All right, guys, super excited about this episode, man. I've got the future champ here, Terrance Mckinney. Welcome to the show.
Yes, sir, Joe. It's a pleasure to be on, man. It's gonna be exciting. It's gonna be fun.
I'm excited watching your journey in the UFC, and as of late, man, crushing it. You've got two knockouts in your last two fights. You're on a bit of a tear here. You're building up, and on your way now. Again, with the rankings, kind of confused. You got the top 15 guys, and you kind of got everybody else. You're outside of the top 15 at the time of this recording, as far as I understand. Is there a particular ranking you're at right now? Are you at like 20, 21, or do you just not? Do they not tell you? You just got to crack the 15, right?
I'm assuming I'm like top 30 in the UFC right now. I
Okay.
think I think one more win, and then we'll probably get a ranked opponent or a super tough fight. That's
Yeah,
the
it,
plan.
it it's amazing how like shallow everybody as a viewer is. Right? Oh, if you're not top five, you're not top 10, you're not good, dude. Like, I don't think people realize how hard it is to make the UFC, right? And then not only are you in the UFC, you're like top 30, ready to break the top 15. Absolutely phenomenal. What really gravitated me to, ask you to come on the show, and I appreciate you coming on. I like that fighters are humble and they come on. It's just been great. Is your story, right? Your story really resonated with me because, again, maybe you can explain it better than me. I want to let you talk, but again, it seems like the underdog story, overcoming adversity, finding your why, and then really dominating out there, dominating. So that's what I really liked about you is the underdog. I like your story. I like your fighting style. I like the explosiveness. I like the knockouts. I just kind of want to hear your story here, kind of your why, kind of where it started and kind of where you are now and what's really driving you moving forward in the UFC.
For me, I always used to wrestle growing up. Not growing up, but like I started in like seventh grade. End up winning these tournaments called Spokaloo, and then my freshman year, the journey really began. There still was a learning gap, so once I got my freshman year, I went like I think 33-11, so I had like 11 laws, like, and then towards the end of the season, I start really like it start really clicking, and we're able to take third at state the next year, end up winning two titles. I went to college and I had all this freedom. I never really got to do anything, and then I start partying, start doing a bunch of drugs, got in trouble, had to switch schools, and I was like, "Dang, what am I about to do?" After left North Idaho College, and then sure enough, God was able to let me get blessed, and we got a call from Shadowrun State, and I was like, "All right, I'm just gonna do drugs one last time," and I took like over an eighth of shrooms and viral acid, start tripping out really bad, saw some demons, end up doing like $3,000 worth of damage to this girl's house. Uh, so yeah, that was half of that, and then I end up fighting with the police, injured some cops. Um, yeah, pretty much about to lose it all, and luckily I never got in trouble with the law, and I end up doing some stuff for the cops, speaking at schools. My why right there to quit was I didn't want to go to jail. One, uh, two, yeah, like I said, never been in trouble like with something that big, and just to know I died two times as well, it really hit home. Just seeing how sad my mom was, and like I just couldn't imagine how sick she would have been if I would have died that day, and I just realized that wasn't fair to her or to my brothers, especially how much they looked up to me, and I'm
For
trying to
sure.
pave, especially when I'm trying to pave the way for them. So yeah, it just really hit home, just seeing how sad everyone was and just like worried about me, and it really thrived me to just want to be better.
Can you describe like seeing demons? Was this like a hallucination? Did you see the devil himself? Like, what were you seeing, in that moment?
I knew they were demons. They're like big black figures. Because when I saw these figures, I start trying to pray, and they made me start speaking a whole nother language.
Right.
And and I was like, I'm smart, so I was like, all right, bet you can't control my thoughts still. So I start praying in my head, and then I'm able to speak English again, and I stand up. I tell them like, I'm not afraid of you guys, and I go to walk, and my whole body's shut down, and I have to watch myself fall through the window in like slow motion.
No, it's amazing that you overcame this because was that your lowest point? Was that like some people need to kind of hit rock bottom. They need to feel that pain, and that pain creates the shift. Was this the shifting moment to say, I've had it, never again, time to move forward, right? Was that the moment?
Yeah, that was one of the moments, and then not being able to wrestle at nationals because of the court and stuff. End up going to jail for stealing a piece of candy in Nebraska. I'm thinking I'm about to have to pay a fine, and they give me 10 days in jail, and then I get kicked out the wrestling team. That was pretty much rock bottom right there for me. Just going through back to back things like that. It was starting to break me, but like I said, I was able to have some good people around me, and I trusted in God and whatever He had planned for me, and I was able to get a call from Notre Dame College. Went there for just a semester because my goal was just to win a national title because it's easy to get into a bigger promotion and they start building you better because you already got a name for yourself. So that's what I was looking to do, and I ended up beating this guy named Jawan Edmond by 1 point, and he ended up taking second at nationals that year. But they wanted to hold me to make sure they win another national title the next year. And I was like, nah, I'm good. And I dropped out that year, and I just start training to fight.
Right. I'm looking. I just want to pull up this fight, this quote you got here real quick. So it's right on your main page. You've got it actually pinned here. Again, I'm just gonna pull this up here so we could get a clear shot here. All right. So this post right here you have with you're standing by Joe Rogan here, and I'm just gonna pull up the quote. It says 5 years ago. I overdosed and died twice. I died twice. 2 years ago, I made it to the UFC Contender Series and lost. But 3 weeks ago, I made my debut and set a record. By the way, the record was, I believe, 7 seconds to Matt Pervola in your UFC debut. If I'm correct there. Don't let mistakes and losses define you. Every day is a new chance to be better than you were. I can't even read today. So again, this is very inspiring. This is what I mean. You have this. You're very emotional in this image. Does this mean, obviously this means a lot to you, right? There's this pin, this up there. Are you doing this because it means a lot to you? Obviously, are you just trying to inspire change? If you can make someone else's life better, is that the main goal of this post? Because again, it touched me, man. That's why I wanted to reach out to you.
Yeah, my main goal is to motivate people and just to let them know I'm not alone. Like it might seem like it's the end, but the end's far from over. You're above, you get to wake up every morning. That's a blessing. So I just want to put that out there, count your blessings, and don't give up. The wind's right around the corner.
Yeah,
You
so
just
many
gotta
people.
keep working there.
Yeah, so many people in a dark place and they just can't find their way out. The way the economy is, inflation, a lot of people are down. And we need people like you that have kind of overcome adversity and are really shining right now to inspire people. So personally, I'm glad that you came out of it and so much good is happening moving forward. Um, Now, your weight class is phenomenal, right? My friend Benil Dariush was on the show. He's awesome. I mean, he had a loss, obviously, to Oliveira, so he's trying to make a bounce back here. And then recently, the God of War is now making a run. He looked really good in his last fight, knocking out, I believe, the same guy you knocked out. I mean, it took him a little longer for him to knock him out, but but he knocked him out. Saint-Denis, hopefully I'm pronouncing that right. God of War. Apparently, there's talk about him getting a ranked fight. But you're calling him out now. Now I was reading some of the comments after your call out. I saw that you posted it on someone posted on a page. You reposted it. Can you tell me about the call out? But again, some of the haters are like, "Oh, well, no, Saint Denis deserves a ranked fight." I mean, I think that he should fight you now because you guys both knocking everybody out. You're both not currently ranked, top 15. I think it'd be a great fight. I mean, again, everyone's this is kind of everybody. He's like the boogeyman right now, isn't he? A little bit.
Yeah, he should be ranked now because he just beat Matt Favola. So
Yeah.
he just cracked the top 15, and I just think it just one is a fan favorite fight. And yeah, I think I could beat anyone right now, to be honest with you. And I think if I get that fight, if I get blessed with it, I get to show the world I'm a contender again, and that's just what I'm looking to do. So really, if I don't get him, anyone right there from 14 to 15, or anyone below that, just getting close to rank, I'm ready to prove that I'm a contender again, and that's why I want that fight. And I know no one really wants to fight him, so let me have at him.
I like your confidence, and that's my mentality. Now I'm not in the UFC. I did some amateur MMA in the past, so not anywhere near your level. But my attitude is this, right? If you want to be a champ, best in the world, why should you fear anybody? I'm going to dodge that guy. I'm going to avoid that guy. So that's what I appreciate about you. You're calling out Saint-Denis. Everyone's like, oh, he's the boogeyman. He's the next big thing. Former military. I'm scared. Like you're not. You shouldn't be scared of anybody. It doesn't matter who you are. Give me whoever it is. You're a man. I'm a man. We're gonna fight. Put your hands up. I don't care who you are. I'm gonna be champ. And that's the attitude, man. That's what I love about it. Don't you agree? Like I hate this dodging stuff.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, I'm here to show people I'm the best, and whoever everyone don't want to fight, whoever thinks they're a savage, I want to put that to the test because I think I'm a savage too, and I'm ready to prove that.
Has something shifted? Now, again, I don't like to look in the past. You had 4 fights this past year. A couple of them were losses. Losses happen, but you're moving forward. The last two are wins. Now you're on a tear. Did something switch from your last loss to your last 2 wins? Has something clicked with you mentally? Physically? Have you turned a leaf? Are you now ready to go on a tear? What has changed, and what are you ready for moving forward?
I think I'm just more comfortable, so my cardio is better because like I'm more comfortable in the pocket. I'm more comfortable trading because I'm training with people like Kevin Holland, like and Justin Patterson, extremely good strikers, like all the time. And I'm going to boxing gym, so like that ain't nothing I haven't seen now. So like I don't get anxiety from it. I'm comfortable, and I'm ready to let the hands fly.
Man, I'm really excited about you, man. I'm really excited about watching you move forward here. I just want to have a little bit of fun here as well here on this interview. Top three goats, I would say, in UFC history. Who kind of like have you looked up to? Because you're a younger guy. Growing up, did you look up to Chuck Liddell's, Anderson Silva's of the world? In your opinion, I don't even know if you're allowed to talk about. Yeah, you could talk about the old goats. Who cares? Who are your top three of all time that you kind of looked up to or just think are the greatest in the UFC?
If we're going about all time,
Yeah.
we had to go John Jones, and then we have to go McGregor just because the excitement, everything he brought to the game,
Yeah.
really changed MMA in the world. Now everyone's trying to do it, which is pretty cool to see. And then rightfully so, Anderson Silva right after that for me.
Anderson Silva, man, he was amazing for sure. Yeah, so I'm excited about you. Just a quick fact, if you guys don't know this, third fighter in the UFC history to earn 2 knockouts in 20 seconds or less. Is that correct? Your third fighter in UFC history, right? To do this.
Yes, yes, sir. And the smallest guy to do it.
Okay, I didn't know that too. That's a good addition there as well. So that's phenomenal on its own. Is that something when you're out there again? You don't. Is that something now you're kind of like thinking, oh, I want to do this all the time? Because I think if you do that again, I'm just thinking maybe you're putting yourself. Oh, I got to go do it. And is that something that you're chasing, or you're just letting it fly anyway? Because you don't want to think like that. Just risk yourself, just going out there and just trying to break records, right? You don't think records, or you just doing your thing.
At first, I kind of want to just do the first round knockout. Now, I'm just picking my shots, and I just know the finish is going to eventually come, so there's no need to rush it. Like I said, just training with high level guys and building up patience just been a huge blessing.
Do you
So
know? Yeah, sorry, go
I'm
ahead.
just being technical, feinting, just looking for my shots, and when I see the open, looking to capitalize, be explosive like I am, just in the right moments.
All right, can you tell us? I see a lot of tattoos here. Your name is T-Rex, right?
Yes,
what
sir.
what tattoos do you have, and why T-Rex? How did that happen?
I was T Rex. I became T Rex because I asked my teammate why was I getting taken down so easy? Because my freshman year I was just getting my butt kicked at the beginning of the season. I was wondering why I was getting taken down. I asked my big bro Dylan. I was like, man, why do I keep taking down? And he was like, cause you're out there standing like a T Rex, not protecting your legs. And I'm like, damn, that makes sense. I need to get my hands lower. And then ever since then, everyone just called me T Rex on the team. And then I just changed it to Rex, like with the W, because I'm out here wrecking people, and yeah, I'm Terrance, and so it just made sense to stay T Rex.
No, man, I'm excited about you move forward. I can't explain the UFC. Like, I actually went on hiatus. I stopped watching UFC for years. I used to watch back in the old Chuck Liddell, Anderson Silva days, George St. Pierre. I kind of went on hiatus, just stopped watching, just focused on building my football brand. Now I'm back into it. And again, it's super exciting now. And one thing I wanted to ask you too, ask Benil. He's not really crazy about the pound for pound, that type of thing. Right now, in your opinion, do you think would you say Volkanovski best pound for pound fighter currently right now, or you don't even care about that either, really?
If we're going by pound for pound, I don't. It has to be John Jones. He's never been
Yep.
finished, never been knocked out. So
I would have
yeah,
liked Ngannou.
and never lost.
The dream fight would be Ngannou versus Jones. I think people are still trying to make that
Yeah,
happen.
no, I want to see that fight bad. That's gonna be sick.
Did you see the Fury and Ngannou fight?
Yeah,
I think Ngannou won that, man. I really
yeah,
did.
he did. He did. He did.
It's BS, man. He had him rocked in round 8, and it was
But
round 3 knocked him out, knocked him down actually.
yeah, it's the politics of boxing. He had that big fight coming up, so they had to
Yep,
make him win, or they're gonna lose out on money. So it's just
yep. You
probably
can't.
it was just a business move. That's why I fight like I am, because sometimes I don't like to leave my fate in the hands of judges, my money. I'd rather go out on my shields knowing I left it all out there, and then I know I got nothing to be sad about because I absolutely did everything in my ability to win, and yeah, that's what I live for.
That's true. I don't like leaving it to the judges as well. Then you're leaving it in their hands, and then then it's subjective to some degree. And then I hate that. You got to try to finish. So it's round 5. You're in a championship fight. It's round 5. 30 seconds left, right? And the match is close. Are you one of those guys that you think you want to go swinging? You want to go down swinging in the last 30 seconds? I hate it when some guys kind of hold out, play it safe, wait for the judges' scorecard, or just hold you down. You're trying to? I mean, typically from your experience, yourself and other people are trying to go for the finish, right?
Yeah, if it's like the last 30 seconds, and you said it's a close fight,
It's a close fight. It could go either way.
oh well, then I'm lighting them up the last 30 seconds.
just to make it convincing, right?
Yeah, I gotta let them know, like, yeah, I finished strong. I won this fight, and I want them backing up and everything, especially the last 30 seconds. Rounds close, you got to make a statement.
Right. You're friends with Jamahal Hill as well. I had him on the show before he was champion. This is a couple years ago. Are you training with him a lot, and has he been kind of inspiring you since he's reached the top now?
Yeah, he's inspiring. I only trained with him a few times, but we go way back since the Contender Series. We've been bros ever since, and yeah, the dude's super fast. Like that big belly is deceiving. You wouldn't think he's as fast as he is. He's a dangerous dude.
He's dangerous. He's scary. He's really good. He's got heart. And I remember talking to him. One thing I noticed about him is that he would not take anything, a no for an answer. Like he's like, I'm winning. It's gonna happen. He's like, okay, Bones Jones, how is he gonna beat me? Okay, elbows, I got that. On the ground, I got that. Striking, I got that. Like he was not saying like he was talking about not having any holes in his game. He just the confidence. You could feel it coming off him, talking to him. And then sure enough, he's the champ now.
No, he's about that life. He's a demon for sure. I'm excited. He's starting to walk again. It's only a matter of time before he's back. And yeah, I'm telling you, he's gonna shock the world. I'm telling you, he would knock Alex out bad.
Yeah, man. There's too much to talk about. I wanted to keep it kind of shorter today and short and sweet with you. So ultimate goal, you want to win the belt, you want to defend it. Are you thinking like I want to kind of get your mindset. Are you thinking big legacy, Anderson Silva type legacy championship? I think every fighter's thinking that. I know it's a common sense question, but I just kind of want to know how hungry you are, what the mentality is. Obviously you want to get the belt, but I just want to think what's the ultimate goal here?
Uh, to use my platform in a way that God sees fitting, bring as many people to God as I can. Start a nonprofit because I know there's a lot of guys that can't afford gear, can't get in the gym, and I just want to give them that opportunity, or ladies, uh, and give them an opportunity to chase their dream and change their life. Because I know, like I said, I talk to a lot of people online, foreigners who don't got the same opportunities we got, and I want to give that to them.
It's wild you said that because I just read a quote from CJ Stroud. He just said he wants to use his platform. He's like, yeah, I want to win, I want to play ball, but I want to use my platform. Spread the word of Jesus Christ. If I do it with football, that's what I'm doing it, and I want to win. So it's amazing that athletes are coming out, especially young guys, saying this, and I'm glad that more people are following their faith and being a good example for people, because this world has enough evil in it. We don't need any of that. So I'm glad, and I'm glad that you are, an inspiration to not only myself but everybody else listening. And I'm glad that I got to share the message with you, and I'm going to follow your story and I'm going to cheer you on. I do have a problem now in your division because I like Beneil Dariush a lot. And I like you now, so I hope you guys never end up fighting at some point. I hope, I don't know, maybe you guys in the championship or something one day. Who knows?
I ain't gonna lie, I did have him on my hit list. He's one of the guys I want to fight.
Yeah, he's a savage. I love Beneil. Good guy. Nicest guy on the planet, but you don't want to, like, not you, but like an average, you don't want to this guy. Like, he's just,
Nah, I don't want to mess with him right now either. But when the time comes, I'll be ready.
yeah. Yeah, you're still working your way up, man. He's been there for a while. He was on an 8-fight win
Yeah,
streak.
he's been ranked for forever. I thought he was way older. Dude looks like 50.
It's the gray hairs. Don't let them fool you, man. He's got fists of steel.
That's
Those,
how they get it. That's how he gets everyone. They be thinking he's old, and then he's strong like a young cat.
those are fighting words, man. Maybe we should tag Beneil on this one. That's great. No, Beneil's one of the best. I hope he ends up being champion again. He was on that big tear, I think 8-fight win streak plus. Had the loss to Oliveira. He's going to bounce back now. He's got a fight coming up December. He's going to be the main event for that finally.
Yeah, I'm pulling up to that.
You're going to be at that?
Yes, sir, Ski.
That's exciting. Cheer for Beneil there. Tell him I said what's up.
I am chilling for Benil in that fight.
Yeah.
The veterans show time and time again. These young cats, there's levels.
Yeah.
There's levels.
It's phenomenal, man. I really enjoy watching it. It's something to look forward to, man. Because again, with NFL, like, listen, I love NFL. Again, it's one of those things I've been watching for a long time. But one thing pisses me off is they're getting a little soft with certain things, like the quarterback. I got to baby the quarterback. I don't want to fall on the quarterback a certain way, or this
You
and that.
can't even do no moves, dance moves, man. It's getting soft, bro.
Another thing that bothers me. Okay, listen, I'm all about protecting the head. Okay, I'm all about don't get these guys concussed, but sometimes they're pulling. But it doesn't look like. So, example, it was a quarterback the other day. He fell down, went back. It didn't hit. He had his helmet on. He fell back. His head hit the ground a little bit. It wasn't anything big. The guy walks off. He's like, put me in. I don't want to get out. He's out for the whole game. Concussion protocol. I'm like, dude, it was a regular tackle, man. Like, how is he out for the entire game? Like, that's when I said, man, and I posted that. It got like 50,000, I don't know, views. I'm like, this is why I want to watch the UFC. I want to see, I want to see them go. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for real.
I don't know. Again, I'm all about protecting the
But
concussions and all that.
football is vicious, man. Them
It
guys,
is.
those basically like super dudes, 200 freaking pounds. Imagine dude run that fast, smacking you. It's a wrap.
What do you think? I just had the power slap champion on,
Yeah,
Damian DeBell. What do you think of power? I wanted your honest opinion. Power slap. What's your opinion on it? Do you think those guys are savages? Because you got to take a point blank shot. You got to take a
I don't.
sucker punch.
No, you're a savage. You doing that? You feel different. There's no way I'm sitting there and let him dude slap me. I'm good.
I told him what I don't like about the one thing I don't like
But
is that,
I do want to go to the event. I heard it's lit.
yeah, the event. Yeah, go to one of those.
Yeah.
But what sucks here, so me and you, right? You'd definitely destroy me in a real fight. But here's the thing. Check this out. If you and I were in power slap, all right, and I trained, I practiced my slap for a year, and I won the coin flip, I have a chance to actually knock you out. I do because I get a free shot.
I
You know
don't
what
know,
I'm
man. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm eating that.
saying? You're coming back. No, but that's what I'm saying. Like the person that wins the coin flip gets the first shot.
Nah, but I don't care what anyone says. You do got a chance to knock me out, though. If you're sitting there, you
That's what
got
I'm
to take a
saying.
point. But nah, I'm eating it though.
That's what I don't like. So I was talking to Damien. I'm like, that's what I don't like. The person that gets the
But you
coin
got to
flip.
do a fly. You got to do a flying knee. That's the only way to get me.
Okay, exactly. But I'm saying, I'm sure you got a good chin, but I'm saying like it just sucks that the person that loses the coin toss has to take the first punch. So what
Yeah,
they're going to do is they might revamp the rules where the guy that took the first hit, even if he goes down, has a chance to recoup and gets another shot back, and he has to knock him back out. I like that. I don't like this. You get a coin flip and you get a free shot. So I want it to evolve to the point where it's a fair, you go,
yeah.
I go.
I at least want to get my slap before I leave.
That's it. That's all I'm saying. Even if
You got
even
to
if I
get
did
mine.
even if I didn't knock you out, you still want to be like, man, I don't like that. I'm gonna get you back twice as hard, right?
Yeah.
So that's my thoughts on power. So I like it. It's entertaining, and the guy was a great guy, Damian DeBell, like 21. the guy is studying to be a lawyer and like just the nicest guy you'll ever meet. And I'm like, dude, you're doing like one of the most savage sports and you're like the nicest guy on the planet. It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's like UFC fighters, right? All right, I'll leave you with this. I've been asking everybody on this. You probably didn't grow up in the 80s or maybe not even the 90s, but do you remember Steven Seagal and Van Damme? Did you watch any of those movies?
Steven Seagal, I've seen a couple of his movies. Yeah.
You know, Bullshido, he's got the Aikido stuff. And then you got Van Damme, high flying kicks, you know,
Yeah.
that type of thing, kickboxer. Who would win a fight in your opinion, Steven Seagal or Van Damme? This has been a debate that's been going on for over 3 decades, 4 decades, maybe.
I'm gonna
You
go
know,
with Steven Seagal.
Seagal?
Yeah, he was the dude in the movies. He did work.
Yeah, he did well, and he was with Anderson Silva for a while, so maybe he
Yeah.
might have rubbed off, or Silva might have rubbed off on him one way or the other.
You know, he took some tricks with him.
Yeah. Well, Terrance, man, I appreciate it, man. It was awesome. It was great talking. We had some good laughs, and I'll be watching. I'll be watching. I'll be cheering you on, man. Now I have more anxiety as I watch because every time I talk to a fighter, I like the fighter. I connect with the fighter. I hate watching the fights. Because I'm like, I'm at the edge of my seat. You know what I'm
Yeah, when
saying?
you like someone, it's hard to watch. I know exactly what you mean, especially like my teammates. I get way more nervous watching them fight.
Yeah. And they're good and there's confidence, but there's always that outside chance, but again, if you're confident, you're like, no, I'm going to win. Now, I had a guy, he hangs off the side of buildings. Okay. He was just on the show. He literally hangs off 60-story buildings. And I'm like, dude, aren't you afraid of falling? He goes, nope, not falling. I'm not falling. I'm like, what are you talking about, dude? Like in one hand, like juggling off the side of building. I don't know. Did you see that guy ever before?
I'm,
You never.
I'm just gonna assume he's Caucasian.
Yeah, yeah. Here he is. Let me show you right here. So there he is right there. I don't know if you could see that. So there he is. So this is what I'm saying. I'm like, dude, like I'm getting sweaty watching this, right?
Yeah,
But
I'm good. No thanks.
Caucasian, yeah. But anyway, he does that, but he's got a confidence about him, right? And I'm hoping that
Yeah,
you guys and the guys that I like have that same confidence that I'm sure you do.
yeah, he can have that one. Yeah, he can have that
Even the power slap. Damien's like, I'm not doing
one.
that either. And nobody should. We don't recommend that. We're not condoning that.
Yeah. Heck no.
All right, Terrance, man, it was a pleasure, man. Make sure you guys go follow him and make sure you're watching the UFC. When's your next fight, by the way? Have they booked you yet?
They haven't booked me yet, but we're looking to get back in there either January or February. And if anything happened in December between Bobby Green or or who's he fighting or Dan Hooker, I'll take that fight. Or if anything happened between Patty and Tony, I'll jump in there as well. So you
Oh
guys
no,
keep a
not Tony,
lookout.
man. No, not Tony, dude. The guy's training with David Goggins now.
No, I'm talking about only if Tony fell out. I wouldn't fight Tony though. I'm talking about I'll beat Patty up though.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know who's gonna win. I mean, like I said, Ferguson's training with David Goggins. If David Goggins doesn't save you, I don't know what to tell. He's got to win this fight. David Goggins, man.
Yeah, no, I bet he's built different right now. Tony's already a savage tweak like that. So with David, he's probably gonna be invincible.
And they were on the treadmill, and Ferguson's got phenomenal cardio, and he was puking. I don't know if you saw that video. He's actually puking,
Yeah,
cardio.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
wild. David is pushing him, man. But that's only pushing him cardio wise, right? Are we pushing him, with the fighting? I don't know. We know he
Well,
got we
the
know he
more
got
oxygen
cardio.
you get to the brain, the better. So I think he'll be able to take damage is good as well.
One more thing here. You called out, like I said, Saint Denis. I forgot to ask you. Did he reply back? Is there any word from Saint Denis on fighting you back after that call out, or did he hear it? Did he see it?
I don't know if he saw it, but I tagged him, so I
Okay.
know it's in his DMs.
You better not be hiding, Saint Denis. You better show up, man. I want to see that fight.
I know the fans want to see it. 100% finish rate, both sides. Fight will go crazy. It'll be the greatest first round ever, but with me on top. Promise that.
Absolutely. And I wonder, you guys will probably end up meeting top five. If you don't meet now, you'll definitely meet in the top five. So I'm excited to see it then even more. It'll be more
Yeah,
hype.
yeah. No matter what, the fight's probably gonna happen. So
Dude, I'm getting excited for you, man. I wish you all the best. God bless you, man. I'm so glad you overcame the adversity and you're here and you're on a win streak. Everything's looking up. Keep going, man. Just keep going, and I appreciate you, man.
yes, sir. Just gonna keep God close and just keep working hard.
Terrance McKinney, thank you, man. We appreciate it, guys. Make sure you guys subscribe, drop some questions below, thumbs up, and we're out. Thanks, Terrance. I appreciate you coming on, man.
Yeah, I appreciate you, Joe. It's been an honor.
We're out.